Hey beautiful people of TikTok and YouTube. So today I'm going to cover the oil of sweet basil, and I'm going to start a series doing all the oils start to finish. Any oil that I carry, and it will probably cover others as well, but we're going to go over, because I had to lock some of my videos, I'm getting back more consistent. I did a video on Happy Fall Y'all, a home bug repellent made with cedar wood, lemongrass, and rabbit which is also camphor. And if you missed that, it was really short because it's so easy that they put it into a short instead of a video. So I have it right here also. I'm going to be doing some sales, and I'm going to be going over some things for helpful sleep when it comes to stress. Lots of people dealing with finances and certain times. And I've got a little kit coming up for Christmas and some other things. So some new gifts I'm making. Going to drop a huge Black Friday sale. And we're going to be doing also, if y'all remember the Shit Hits the Fan essential oil kit, the survival kit, I'm going to start reviving some of those things. Okay, so let's start with sweet basil today. And real quick, before I get into that, I'll show you the home bug repellent, all natural, safe to be around pets, safe to be around kids. It's an all natural mothball, repels everything. So freaking easy. All right, sadly, y'all, there's a lot of people facing hard times in finances. They can't heat their homes. For whatever reason, there's going to be mice, bugs trying to get into your boots, your closets, your jackets, whatever. So home bug repellent made easy. You put this in the corner of your homes. You can even mix it with like wintergreen alcohol and make a spray and spray around like your bedding and stuff like that. Areas like a shower curtain that you can't put it physically into. But here's what it is. It's so easy. Then we'll do sweet basil. So you're going to take your rabbit Sarah, which is also camphor. It is very powerful when it comes to opening up airways and helping respiratory issues. So your rabbit Sarah is also known as camphor, used for hundreds of years that I know of documentation. You're going to do that. I usually pop the top off. Here's my cedar wood. So pop the top off, and you're just going to dab it onto a cotton ball. That's rabbit Sarah. Then you're going to use either lemongrass or citronella. These two are interchangeable because they are cousin plants. Their effectiveness at repelling bugs are equal. So this is lemongrass. I would just do a daub on there. And then your cedar wood, your cedar chest, of course, that our ancestors made, cedar closets, all of that repels everything. So that one actually did have the top off. And you can drop these cotton balls in boots and in jackets and in corners of the home. You can put them around the bed if you have a threat of bed bugs. There's tons of uses. Okay, on to sweet basil. So sweet basil is the oil that we're covering today. Super good at antiviral, antiseptic, antibacterial uses. Super good at gut cleansing. So to help flush out things like yeast overgrowth, candida, help to flush out parasites, helps to build good gut flora. So it can be ingested. All of my oils are food grade. I have the lab work on them. They're third-party lab tested. No synthetics, and they are completely safe to put on skin or even ingest. Some oils shouldn't be ingested. All right, let's go back to sweet basil. Sweet basil has been used for centuries and is one of the Italian herbs, so back to Roman times, very, very useful at opening up airways. I have it in a product on my website called Breathe. I've used it with clove and onion to make a poultice and open up the airways of a child who was absolutely so congested, but the risk of running out and having to go so far in the middle of the night to the hospital, or how bad it was like, So at that time I had to make a judgment call. Overnight, it was so helpful. Again, these are for educational purposes only. Sweet basil is invaluable to have in a situation where you want to keep things either on the healthy side, open up airways, or where if you couldn't get access to other things like prescription items that help to open up airways. Let's put it that way. Don't forget, I'm going to be coming back with that survival kit. It's a 7-part kit for if shit hits the fan and all of its uses. Please stay tuned for that. I have got to put that back together, but I've got to go back and find all that stuff, that paperwork, and the flyers and whatnot. I may have to tweak some things, but I really feel like it's useful and God may want me to share it right now. Sweet basil has always been used as a spiritual anointing oil. So for people who are up and coming, recognized royalty, spiritual advisors, shaman, that kind of thing, sweet basil is also called holy basil because it's been used in ceremonies to crown or anoint people who were to be recognized in some type of way, royalty, spiritually, or that kind of thing. Sweet basil is hugely effective at calming, but people who are pregnant or who may have epilepsy or the tendency to have seizures may want to choose another oil because it can accidentally trigger spasms. It is not an antispasmodic. So they say to be careful with it if you happen to be pregnant or tend to have seizures, or you have epilepsy for whatever reason. You probably would want to steer clear from most of the Italian herbs. They all tend to be a little bit risky. Sweet basil is less so than like a rosemary, but still you want to watch it. All right. It's often combined with other oils to help with things like antiviral, antifungal issues. It can be used topically to help with things like warts, funguses. It's also a good wound cleaner. It's often used in skincare products because it works like ylang ylang. In a sense, it helps to regulate sebaceous glands. It's used in a lot of beautification products because it helps to both calm the skin and to regulate those glands. So it helps with irritation, helps with acne, helps with over or under production of much needed oils that condition your skin. Okay, so there's that. And I have also some purposes that are more metaphysical. It's often used in ceremonies or rituals for abundance, to bring in blessings, to guard and protect, to shield from negative energy, things like that. Very, very useful for healing when it comes to soothing mother wounds or relationship wounds. Sweet basil is often used for that. It's an essential oil. It is about 100 times stronger than the herb, physically speaking. It takes about 100 pounds of herb material to produce 1 ounce of essential oil. Roughly saying it's about 100 times more potent your essential oils are to your herbs, if that makes sense. All right, well, wrapping it up, I'll just say that sweet basil is excellent for wounds and stings. It's a lot lighter than some of your stronger Italian herbs to open up the airways, but it's very effective. And with its antiviral, antibacterial, antiseptic qualities, it's an excellent one to add to your stock of essential oils. It can't even be used in food. I actually use my sweet basil. There's very few times where I actually use essential oils in food or to add to something, but a sweet basil or a rosemary essential oil, just 1 drop in your spaghetti or your pizza sauce, there's a world of difference. All right, so I might make that once. I think I've done that before. I'll be coming up with some more videos. Y'all stay tuned. I do have a sale going on right now. The code is Winter Wonderland. I'll put it in the comment section or the description box. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Happy fall, y'all. And keep watching because I have more coming up. Have a great day.